Welcome to one of several presentations about the ethics rules that apply to all federal employees. My name is Sarah Neckerman.
And I'm Shawnee Langford.
And we're both from the USDA Office of Ethics. Today we will be discussing the gift rules and one of its many exceptions, the widely attended gathering, or WAG.
We know from our prior video that a gift is anything that has monetary value and, in addition to cash or services, also includes the waiver of conference registration fees and free attendance, including food, drinks, and entertainment at events. So unless an exception applies, employees may not be able to accept these gifts.
However, there are exceptions. We are focusing on one of those exceptions in today's video. It involves what to do if you are offered free attendance to an outside event. This is known as the widely attended gathering exception, or WAG rule. The purpose of this exception is to allow federal employees to exchange ideas and information in a social setting, such as at a gala, conference, or reception. Invitations to give a speech, however, participate on a panel, or otherwise present information on behalf of the USDA are not considered gifts. So the WAG analysis would not apply to those situations.
So just to be clear, when you are not speaking at an event and the registration fee is waived, you may be able to attend for free as a federal employee under the WAG exception. Current ethics regulations require that you receive written approval before attending an event where you are not speaking. So you must contact the Office of Ethics before accepting.
When you are offered the waiver of conference fees that other people would have had to pay in order to attend, that should trigger your ethics radar. Remember that as a federal employee, you are not allowed to directly solicit or ask for any gifts, including the waiver of registration fees. If you do solicit a waiver from an outside source, the Office of Ethics will not be able to give you the green light to accept the free attendance.
In other words, federal employees should not receive preferential treatment from members of the public, and they absolutely should not directly request these perks from folks doing official business with their agency. Next, we will discuss how to determine if your event can qualify for the WAG exception.
A widely attended gathering is an event where a large number of people will attend and where there are a diversity of views or interests present. For example, a nutrition conference, where a range of industry professionals representing corporations, nonprofits, and government entities are present and exchange information, would likely qualify as a WAG. On the other hand, an annual luncheon where only corporate executives are present would not amount to a WAG. Additionally, sporting events such as baseball games and horse races almost never qualify for the WAG exception.
After the Office of Ethics receives information regarding the event and the invitation source, we will flag any potential ethics issues. If the waiver of registration fees fits into the WAG exception, you will receive the required written approval. An email will suffice.
There is an important distinction between fee waivers provided by hosts and non-hosts of these outside events. Our discussion before applied to fee waivers from hosts. The rules for fee waivers from a non-host are more restrictive, but a gift of free attendance may still be accepted if more than 100 attendees are expected at the event and the fee waiver value is less than $390. Please note that these numbers are subject to change, so it is imperative that you contact the Office of Ethics to receive written guidance.
A final consideration is that even if you receive approval under the WAG exception as an employee, there are still situations when you should consider declining the gift. For example, when you believe that your integrity or impartiality would be questioned by the public if you were to accept the gift, it might be a good idea to decline or request that the agency pay for you to attend the event. Additionally, if you receive continual gifts from the same outside source, so frequently that a reasonable person would be led to believe you are using your public office for private gain, it would also be prudent to decline the gift.
There's a lot of analysis that goes into the WAG exception for gifts, but the main takeaway here is to contact the Office of Ethics when you receive any outside event invitation, waiver of a conference registration fee, or anything of value in your professional capacity.
Remember to get advice, counsel, and written approval from the Office of Ethics before you accept this type of gift. If you need more general information about the gift rules, be sure to check out our other videos. Have a great day.